Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to say hello and welcome you to the U.S. Cellular Rapid Response webinar workshop. We're very excited to be able to present this information today to you via webinar. We appreciate your participation and hope that you find this information useful to you in this your employment transition period. Today, the program is going to cover the dislocated worker services, programs, and resources that are available to you through local, state, and federal grants and a myriad of other resources, all at no cost to you, free of charge. So that's an incentive for you to engage with these programs. I also want to note again, and Ms. Doris mentioned that, is that the webinar is interactive and we welcome questions and comments, and we will be facilitating a Q&A after my session here. So let's get started. One more thing I wanted to mention is that all of the information that is going to be presented today, the information and material, laid-off worker material in particular for my presentation, is available online up on the Illinois workNet U.S. Cellular Company specific page, and we're going to cover that in a little bit here. So let's get started. We'll go to the first page. My name is Kathleen Brannigan. I'm with the Chicago Cook Workforce Partnership. And if we go to page 2, these are some facts about the Chicago Cook Workforce Partnership. Probably the most important thing is that we oversee the Workforce Investment Act grant, which is detailed through the acronym WIA. You will hear that a lot if you do engage with these services. Services are offered through 10 workforce centers that are located throughout Cook County. We represent the public workforce system for Cook County, and we facilitate the Workforce Investment Act grants under the administration of the State of Illinois Department of Commerce, and we work with approximately 49 service provider agencies that deliver these services throughout Cook County, touching a lot of people. As you can see, annually we touch approximately 140,000 people per year in a myriad of different ways. We'll go to page 3, excuse me. So let's talk about the goals of the webinar. We're going to be providing information and resources on dislocated worker programs to prepare the unemployed to re-enter the workforce. The other thing that we do through the WIA grant is we train workers facing layoff in new skills and place them into training-related employment. We're going to go to screen 4, please. Now, the first thing is we'd like to define what a dislocated worker is. Again, laid-off worker programs and services for dislocated workers are available through the Federal Department of Labor, DOL, under the Workforce Investment Act grant. This grant provides employment assistance, employment placement, and related regional key sector training. Again, we administer this program throughout all of Cook County through 10 workforce centers, and again, through the Chicago Cook Workforce Partnership. We're a local workforce investment area. Actually, the state is divided into approximately 26 workforce areas that are busy at work with various workforce development and recruitment and employment initiatives. We'll go to page 5, please. As a dislocated worker, this is the legal definition. You have been laid off or terminated, or you've received notice of a layoff or termination due to plant closure or mass layoff through receipt of a warrant notice. If you are in receipt of a letter from your company, you will want to hold on to that document, as that will essentially serve as a ticket for eligibility proof to receive the dislocated worker services when you go through the orientation and application process. I also want to mention here too that additionally, these services are available through a federal grant, so this means that it's a national program, so there's no worries if you don't live in Cook County. If you happen to live in the Collar counties of DuPage or Will, Lake County, you'll be able to access services through their workforce system there. And we'll be covering the steps to help you locate an Illinois WorkNet Workforce Center that is nearest to you. We'll go to page 6, please. Rapid response services. What we do is we come together as a team when we receive notice when the state receives notice from a company organization that is going to be conducting a layoff, that there will be individuals who are separated from the company, will receive that WARN notice. Upon the receipt of that notice, we coordinate together and we bring together the rapid response team. And usually what we do is we go on site and conduct workshops. In this case, we're delivering it via webinar. But the point is that we want to be able to get the information and services to people to let them know what is available. A case in point, I myself was a dislocated worker, and I actually sat in a workshop, and at that point my mind was on unemployment, rightly so. We all have financial responsibilities that, is probably the first thing in our mind to cover. But we also want you to realize that the information I'm providing here with regards to the WIA grant works concurrent with your unemployment insurance and is meant to help you with employment assistance, placement, and or training. So what we're going to talk about here is how does WIA help? There are 3 different levels to the WIA grant. The first one that's presented here is core services, but the 3 different levels are core, intensive, and then training services. But we're going to begin with core services. At this level, core services requires no eligibility requirements. That means anybody can access the following listed services here. Probably the most important thing is that anybody can walk into a workforce center, locate the resource center within that workforce center, and they're free to use computers that have internet access, high-speed internet access. You're able to use the fax machine, copiers, printers, phones, all business related, of course, free at no charge. So that's great incentive. It's also a place where you can go and be connected with people who are going through the same or similar situations such as yourself. I'd like to note that a job search can be very isolating sometimes, and actually the work that's conducted on your own sometimes does not always produce the best income. So we encourage you to go into the workforce centers. That's what they're there for. There are a lot of great people there. They will walk you through their process. You might be able to use core services and find a job, which is great. But if you don't, what you're going to want to do is go to the next level of service, which would be intensive, and we're going to go to the next slide, and we'll go through intensive services. The next level of service is intensive, as I said, and you can see it's for unemployed individuals who have been unable to obtain jobs through core services. Here you must attend a WIA orientation in the Workforce Center and complete a WIA application. What you're going to want to do, and we'll cover that, we're going to show you a list of the workforce centers located in Cook County, as well as the service providers who deliver dislocated worker services. The first thing that you need to do is you need to call that center that you've identified that you're going to go to, convenient and close by, of course, and you're going to want to schedule for a WIA orientation. This level of service, intensive service, will provide you with an opportunity to work one-on-one with a career employment specialist who is going to assist and support you to maximize your job search. And that entails a myriad of methods and activities for employment assistance and placement. These are some of the things that are available to you. It includes probably the main components of developing a job search plan, which includes your resume and cover letter development, how to navigate the online job application process, and prepare for a job interview. And also there are various other dynamic methods for networking and job searching through social media venues. It is also, too, what I want to mention, in each workforce area, they are essentially small local workforce networks that have been created. So there are many partners that are affiliated with that particular center, and they're integrated. For instance, many of our workforce centers are partnered with the Illinois Department of Employment Security, with city and community colleges, and various employment assistance organizations and groups that you can network with and actually obtain additional resources and services through. Also in all the workforce centers, even though they may be a little bit different, they have a different name or they present it differently, all the services are similar. They're meant to help you obtain the employment assistance, placement, and training services to get you back into the job market. That is what WIA is all about. Also, there are many workshops you can attend and connect with, for instance, job clubs, networking clubs, interview opportunities for interviewing one-on-one, and much more. The important thing to note here is that you must engage a myriad of different job search methods for the best outcome. And again, a job search can be very isolating, so we encourage you to call the local workforce center near you and schedule yourself for a WIA orientation. We're going to go to the next slide, please. The last level of service through WIA is training services. It may be determined that in order to, and this would be through your work, through the career employment specialist, it may be determined that in order to enhance your current skill level, you may need to go back to school. It may be a situation that you're looking to move into a new occupation or sector, or it may be a situation that you need to upgrade your skill set. Whatever that situation may be, and everybody is individual, it's meant to make you more marketable. When we all start at a job, at our first place of employment, we come in and we bring gifts to the table and we have different skill sets. But when you go through a separation, it may be a situation where there may be a skill gap in some way. You're able to obtain training to improve on that skill set to make you more marketable in the workplace. The WIA training level service is meant for short-term training and is focused on regional key sectors that have been determined for the Chicagoland, Cook County area, and that would be in information technology, healthcare, manufacturing, transportation, and logistics. Those are the main ones. And if you do decide to go back to school to obtain short-term training, you will be able to obtain training subsidy for up to $8,000 in Cook County. It doesn't mean that you'll receive the full $8,000. It's possible that the training that you do go through will only cost $3,000. Whatever the situation is, it's a great opportunity to help yourself. And with the WIA program, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So if you are thinking of making some changes in your occupation or sector that you're working in, it would be a great opportunity to do so. Additionally, when you're at the training, when you're a WIA eligible client and receiving dislocated worker services and you're going through training, there are also supportive services that are available, such as transportation and various other school expenses. We're going to go to the next slide, please. Here we've provided a listing of the workforce centers that are located in the city of Chicago and suburban Cook County areas. These directory lists are available on the U.S. Cellular Company specific page, so you'll be able to see them a little bit more clearly, but we just wanted to point this out to you. The point is that what you're going to want to do is find a center near you and schedule yourself for WIA orientation. That would be the first step to access dislocated worker services. We're going to go to the next page, please. The next topic we'd like to present to you is with regards to Illinois workNet. Illinois workNet is the State of Illinois Workforce Development online portal. And it is an online tool that's available 24/7 to you, which can help prepare, inform, and guide you in your employment search. All of the information that is covered today with regards to WIA services and programs and resources available under Dislocated Worker Services is available on Illinois workNet. If you notice, dislocated workers can access the laid-off worker company-specific page, and that provides a myriad. It's very comprehensive and gives you many resources, and it is linked to different tools that are out there that help with employment assistance and job search. We'll go to the next page, please. This specifically is the Illinois workNet U.S. Cellular Company specific page. If you access that web address right there, you will come to this home page, and actually you'll see U.S. Cellular right there. You'll click on that, and it'll take you to the company specific page. As I had mentioned earlier in my presentation, the laid-off worker materials are available for you to print. There's information from all of our presentations today from DOL and from the Illinois Department of Employment Security. These are actually the materials that we do hand out when we have a physical on-site workshop, so those are available for you there. It also provides information with regards to where all the centers are located. If you look off to the right, it will list all of our workforce centers and provide links to various other sites that can be helpful in your work search. We're going to go to the next page, please. This page I talked earlier, if you are located outside of Cook County, you'll notice on this state map here, you'll see all the different local workforce investment areas. You'll tap on that area if you live, wherever you live. You'll be able to narrow your search by zip code, and it'll pull up a listing of a resource center near you. Again, the first thing to do is to call that center, and they'll connect with you, let you know what their WIA orientation schedule is for that week, and then you will schedule yourself for a WIA orientation. Next page, please. This last page here on Illinois workNet, you may be in a situation where you're still trying to put it all together. You're trying to decide your first and next step. This is available under the Laid Off Worker Step Guide, obviously titled there. And you'll see all the little icons. You can click on those, and it will take you to a particular topic. You can use Illinois workNet to, in particular, to get ready for that first appointment with a career advisor, employment specialist. So you're going to want to have your game plan together. Get your first and next steps in place so that you have some points of discussion, because you'll be working one-on-one with this specialist to put together your individual employment plan. So again, Illinois workNet is available to you 24/7. It's a dynamic, great tool to use, and can help prepare you for your next step and as you continue in your career. It's the workforce development portal for the state of Illinois. We're going to go to the next screen, please. These last few screens, I'm not going to go into all the details, but we wanted to provide you some information with regards to programs and services that are available through the state of Illinois with regards to health care insurance and prescription benefits. So if we continue on to page 15, so here we cover it's all kids care. If you're a veteran, there are programs available to you there. We've provided the phone numbers and the links. We'll go to the next page, please. Here you see there's the Illinois Warrior Assistance Program. There are programs specific to different populations. For instance, the program for women, the Illinois Breast and Cervical Cancer Program. You'll see the details there. We'll go to the next page, please. Again, there's, again, for persons with disabilities, there's some special programs and resources there. And then again, the last Hilberton information that's available through the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. So there's information, federal information, with regards to healthcare facilities that can assist you in this transition period. Our next presenter will be from the Department of Labor, and she's going to be going through COBRA benefits, the COBRA law and information with regards to that. I've come to the conclusion of the WIA presentation, and we are going to allow some time for Q&A now, available through the chat function. The one last thing that I want to mention is really help us help you. The point is to engage with the programs and services that are available to you free of charge. We can only help when you engage. So we're looking forward to seeing you in our Cook County Workforce Centers. The other thing is that there's going to be a post-webinar survey that will be sent to you via SurveyMonkey. We would really appreciate if you could complete this survey. It will help provide us with the information with regards to your interest level on accessing the different programs and services that are available to you in Cook County. We'll take the questions now. It's with regards to accessing training services. I think this question can be resolved when you go to the intensive level, when you go to a WIA orientation. You'll be working with an employment specialist, and they'll work with you and help direct you to the different available training programs through Cook County. You know, again, training is focused on various key sector occupations, and there's a listing that employment specialists in the Workforce Center will be directing you to it. It may be a situation, possibly you may need to do some vocational assessments, self-assessments. Those type of things are available to you to help you determine your path. Illinois workNet can also provide some of that information as well. It provides a lot of labor market information with regards to occupations and training programs, how long it will take you to complete training, what it costs, different things like that. So all of that is listed and available in Illinois workNet as well as in the Workforce Center. I hope that that's answered the question. If it hasn't, okay, it looks like you're good to go there. Do we have any other questions? Okay. Okay. I think